So this is the podcast setup.
Very nice.
Thanks.
How is my sound good?
Yep, you sound good.
Okay.
Just keep that distance to the mic a good
Okay.
point. Right, you're talking right into the end of it,
Yeah.
or to the side of it.
So to start record, what do you do? Is there a switch here? You just
It's pretty much always recording. When the lights go on, it's recording, and then
Okay.
it doesn't matter what we say or when we start or if we do anything at all. But then it's just archived, and then if we want to go back and take out snippets,
got it.
like reels
Yeah.
or whole episodes or whatever. So we've had like 12 people now in here
That have benefited from the foundation.
No,
Or used it.
benefited from the foundation would be about 3.
Okay.
And then the rest were either like wellness partners or board members or friends. Jeremy
Very good.
did one. Idaho has been in here. So
Yeah, a very nice setup.
thanks. Just tried to follow the lead of Joe Rogan's setup, where you have 2 people and he can have 3, but where they're both on the camera, and then the way they do it is they show just me when I'm talking, and then they switch and show just that person. But this is set up like you see side by side, so most podcast people are just listening to, they're not watching, so the video is a secondary. You just want to have a good sound, and if people want to see what the people look like and what their reactions are, then they can do that.
I see.
I want to go this way.
So when I turn my head to the left, it shows it going to the right.
That white camera is on you. So when you're looking at me, I mean, you can't see what you look like. You see your side profile, kind of. But the next setup is going to be the cameras will be further behind you and looking more straight on.
Yeah.
But not there yet.
I see. Man, this is nice. Very nice.
And you said I need to reinforce the benches.
This one's a little bit,
Yeah, it's a little wobbly.
but yeah, nice. So, paddles goes in the paddle in that room, not in this one.
Well, it would be cool to put it.
Well, you're kind of limited to, you're basically looking at the people.
Yeah.
And-
Right. You
And this is, behind you is nice, and behind me is nice.
We could hang the paddle here and just so the end of it comes in, but I think it looks better in the conference room.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I would agree.
It's the centerpiece,
Yeah.
and it's the perfect one.
I was going to try to get some of the original medals, if I could, also. The hand-forged, stamped.
Maybe a good thing to talk about would be the origin of the Tinman name and how it became Blake's Tinman. How did the word Tinman get started?
Well, there was some humor involved. Mine, in reference to the Iron Man. So this was kind of a play on words, and of course we're not Iron Men, so it went to tin. Staying in that vein.
And what was sprint triathlon, they call it. What were the numbers, the amounts of each leg? It was slightly different.
Well, actually, tell you the truth, I'd have to look it up again. But, it was 1989. Come on. That's quite a while ago.
Well, you would ride the bikes to your brother's.
Yes.
So that's a couple miles, 3 miles, 4 miles? No.
Once again, I'd have to.
Well, what would your guess be?
Probably over 2, but maybe less than 3, something like that.
Because that was a, say, 2.5 mile bike.
Yeah.
And then that paddle was pretty long.
The paddle was longer, yes. The paddle was longer back then.
Probably 3 miles. I traced it one time.
And we used to take canoes down with chainsaws and try to help. I mean, there's some stuff that's just too big, so you had to either go over or around. And then let's see, where did we got out at the bridge? Just past the bridge is where we got out, and then ran back and around the pond once. So,
Nice.
yeah.
So 2.5 mile bike, 3 mile paddle, 1 mile run is about what it was.
Right.
So what does that add up to? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right now it's 9.5. The first year, Brian Bester won it in 56 minutes or something, 53 minutes, 55 minutes, somewhere in there.
So you can't go apples to oranges.
No, because right, a different route.
But I believe when I looked at the paddle, there was hour, 20 minutes, and 50 seconds was one of the first times when we did it. In 89 or 90, that was what the time was, which was pretty good.
Yeah, that's an aggressive paddle for sure. I mean, and a good bike ride, I'm sure.
And basically, it's before we were doing this for the benefit. It was just a bunch of people getting together and having fun,
Yeah.
and being crazy.
I feel like that's all it is still.
And now it's turned into something that's, helps everybody, which is so nice.
Well, I like the idea that this year we have a lot of other fundraiser campaigns in the pipeline.
Yeah.
That we're not going to be under pressure during Tinman. It's just going to be a fun day. I mean, we'll still do an auction and stuff, but it won't be like balls to the wall. This is what we got to do. This is the fundraiser we're doing. We got to get the best stuff and work our butts off. And it's like, no, let's just have fun at this one.
You've graduated to the point where you've accomplished getting this set up so it kind of runs, not by itself, but you've got a lot of good people that help it run smoothly now.
Yeah.
And you've worked out the little things to make sure it goes smooth. So,
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of fun.
And when Jeannie and I started, first year, fun, there was probably only 12 people that did it. And as time went on, it became work, more work.
I understand. Yes.
But it still was fun. Still had a band. I would bring the trailer home from work, one of these flatbed trailers we had, and the band would set up on that. And speakers in the upstairs of the barn doors up there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So you know what we're talking about tomorrow in the conference room? You don't, but I think you're going to like it. One of the ideas for a fundraiser is to host an annual music festival. And got a few ideas on the name, but the idea is that eventually it will grow into a larger, more popular festival that could be held at any given venue you could imagine. But the first one is probably the most fun to plan because it's brand new and it's the first one.
Sure.
Idaho offered to have it at his place in June. And so we're talking about which artists we might want to have come in, and all proceeds will go to the foundation.
Yeah.
So
It's funny you should say that because the first thing that popped into my head, Idaho's already kind of got that going on right now.
Yes.
Every year his gets bigger, better,
Yeah.
and he gets some great bands.
And
there.
he's doing a kitchen and a couple cabins and some campsites too. So
Sweet.
yeah, he's doing good stuff out there.
So
June.
in June.
Yeah. Is that when your birthday is? No, it's July.
July. Well, okay. Suppose I should move on. You got a meeting coming up.
No, not for 15 minutes, but it's up to you. I know you're busy.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Busy. Oh, busy. Yeah. Okay. It was nice talking with
All right.
you.
Thanks for coming in, Jake
Yep.
Johansen. Kurt Johansen.
You got it.
Kurt Charles.
You got it.